This is the PickBits Daily Signal for Friday, July 3rd, your signal in the day's tech noise. Here's the lineup. 1. Getty and Shutterstock just called off a $3.7 billion merger, and the real reason is AI. 2. X wants out of the privacy order it earned, and its excuse is AI. 3. 13,000 Georgia teachers say they use AI to plan class, while warning it's hurting how their students learn. And 4, on the brighter side, California just put Claude on every government desk at half price to cut the lines you actually wait in. Let's get into it. This is the PickBits Daily Signal. Story 1, okay, this one's been building quietly, and this week it broke. Getty Images and Shutterstock, the two biggest stock photo houses on Earth, spent the last year and a half trying to merge into one $3.7 billion company. This week, they walked away. On paper, the reason is a regulator. Britain's competition authority said it would only allow the deal if Shutterstock sold off its editorial business, the real news and event photography, and Getty said no and killed the whole thing. The regulator is not the real story here. Here's the tell. Just days before pulling out, Getty signed a deal to license its entire library to OpenAI, straight into ChatGPT. Think about what that means. 2 years ago, the play was simple. Merge, get bigger, own more pictures, set the price. AI killed that math. When a model can spin up an image for free, owning 50 million more generic ones barely matters. And what matters now is who you can license the real ones to. Getty figured that out and switched sides, from fighting Shutterstock to selling to OpenAI. And Getty is playing both sides of this. Getty is now suing AI image generators for training on its photos without permission, while it sells those same photos to one. The value of a picture library isn't its size anymore. It's who you're willing to hand it to. If you make anything for a living, follow this one, because it's the template for what happens to your work once a model learns to copy it. Story 2. Here's a company arguing it is too important to be watched. X, formerly Twitter, is asking the FTC to tear up a privacy order it's lived under since 2022. Quick reminder of how it earned that order. Back as Twitter, it took the phone numbers and emails that 140 million people handed over just to secure their accounts, and quietly turned them into ad targeting fuel. That cost a $150 million fine, plus reporting duties that run all the way to 2042. And regulators have been circling this one for years.
Under new owner Elon Musk, whether or not the company is able to maintain all of its privacy rules that they have to follow as part of this consent decree they have signed.
The petition itself landed on May 15th, and X's argument is that the reporting is slowing down its AI. This week, the EFF filed to reject it, and their answer is the good one. Changing your name does not erase what you did. The cost they call a burden is pocket change against a $200 billion valuation, and the AI era is the reason to keep the order, not drop it. X already trained Grok on user data nobody meaningfully agreed to, took a breach last year, and now a clever prompt can pull training data straight back out of a model. The moment a company says its AI is too important to watch is the moment you watch it closest. If you ever handed a platform your number just to stay secure, share this with whoever owns data where you work. Story 3. Georgia just ran one of the biggest real head counts we have on AI in a classroom, and it comes back as a split screen. The state's audit office surveyed more than 13,000 teachers and published it on June 26. 59% of them now use AI to teach. 95% use it to plan and prep lessons. And nearly 90% said it's been good for their own classroom, mostly the hours it saves them.
Together lesson plans.
In one recent survey, teachers reported saving an average of nearly 6 hours a week with AI. But critics cite cheating concerns and Microsoft's own research, which showed a self-reported decline in critical thinking skills when AI was not used responsibly.
Those same teachers turned around and talked about their students, and the mood flips completely. Majorities of middle and high school teachers say AI is making student learning worse. High schoolers are leaning on it for at least half their assignments. Nobody is really managing this yet. Only about half these teachers have even defined what counts as AI cheating, and 43% are running detection software that barely works. The teachers love it and fear it in the same breath. We watched Norway draw the clean line here. Kids don't get to use AI until they can do the thing without it. Georgia is that same problem with no line drawn yet. The state superintendent put it right. AI should always be a tool, never a replacement. This survey is just what that looks like before anyone enforces it. If you've got a kid in school, follow this one and ask their school one question. What is the actual AI policy? Because right now the honest answer is usually a shrug. Story 4. Let's end on the good one. Eyes open like always. On June 29th, California did something no state has tried.
California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a deal with Anthropic, the company behind Claude, making it the first AI productivity tool available to every single state agency in California.
Terms are the tell here. Every agency gets it at half price, with free training bundled in, and it's already pointed at the stuff people actually wait on. The DMV is using it to cut lines. The Medicaid side is putting it into the workflows behind your benefits. And this reaches 39 million people. Here's why I'm cautiously into this one. Newsom said the quiet part out loud, and he said it the right way. AI should not replace the human work of government. It should help the workers move faster. That is the correct sentence. A sentence is just a promise until someone enforces it. Point AI at the DMV line and you save people hours. Point it at whether you qualify for Medicaid with no human on the hook, and you've automated a mistake nobody catches. The whole thing rides on a licensed human staying on the calls that decide your eligibility or your care. So they wrote the right rule. Whether they hold to it when the shortcut is tempting is the thing to watch. If you deal with any of these agencies, follow this one, and remember, you can always ask for a human to review a decision about you. That's the signal. I'll see you tomorrow.